Today we're going to see if a Cherrytone OTS that is a Dumble style amp can do a crushing metal style sound. While I was doing my video for that amp, I kind of noticed that it had some qualities and some flavors which reminded me a little bit of some of the Mesa Boogie Mark series amps. And then speaking to Nick at Cherrytone, he, in passing, kind of mentioned that some of the early Dumbles, of course all the Dumbles, all the famous ones anyway, kind of have different circuits going on, but that is totally above my pay grade. Basically, he made the comment that some are kind of like boogies. So it got me thinking, maybe if you added a graphic EQ in the effects loop, and maybe if you added like some kind of pre-boost, maybe you could get like a crushing metal sound out of a Dumble style amp. So let's try it. I'm going to use a Boss EQ20 and a Boss SD1. The EQ20 is going to be in the effects loop and the SD1 is going to be in front of the amp. Basically, the idea being you get an extra gain stage as well as some extra pre-EQ filtering with the SD1. It's going to cut out a lot of low end and smooth out the highs as well as boosting the mids. And then the EQ20, I'm basically just going to give it the good old Mesa V style EQ, and we'll see what we can do using my PRS SC245, and it's going into my Marshall cab loaded with a Celestium Vintage 30, mic'd with an SM57. So all the ingredients you want for a metal type tone. Let's see what we can do. Okay, to begin, I've got all the controls on the drive channel at noon, bright and deeper off, and I'm on the jazz voicing. The master is at about 3. So if I was dialing in like a Mark IV or a Mark II C+, what I would do is bring the bass and the middle down, and I would boost a bit of treble. And I turn bright and deep on, switch it over to the rock voicing, and added a bunch of gain. At this stage, I just really want to affect the feel of the amp and get the feel of the gain right, because what I'm going to do next is kick in the graphic EQ to basically shape the tone, and this is where it really starts to sound like a boogie. It's probably a little bit too woofy, so I'll turn the bass in the preamp section down a little bit, as well as turning it down on the graphic. And what I'll do to finish is I'll add the SD1 to filter out even more bass from the preamp section. And then bringing the treble down and the mid-range up, adding a bit more gain, is pretty great for a lead sound. So I have no idea how this compares to like an actual Mark IV or a Mark II C+, because I don't have one here with me. But it's in that kind of boogie-ish territory. Like in my brain, that's a very distinct sort of sound that I would be chasing for particular things. It's nice and articulate, even though there is a bucket load of gain going on there. So yeah, there you go. Can a Dumble boogie? I think it can.